Lavender Rose, where is Lavender Rose? I am here. No, I'm okay, everyone. I have just been taking some time to rethink, regroup, you know, things like that. So there will be songs this weekend, of course, always. I would really have to, you know, and I don't like to claim any of those things. Speaking of I am are two powerful words. Really the most powerful words you can use. So only put I am in front of something you want. No, not I am and then you put the SICK, or I am and then the not feeling well. Because then you bring it to, unless of course that's what you want. Just saying. I did do that before, just for sort of an experiment. I did actually sort of want to get, you know, sick, because I thought, well, I get a whole bunch of time just for me, right? So I said, and this is when I was laying down one night, I am so hot. I am burning up with fever. By the next morning, I was feeling, and I started feeling hot right away. I started feeling so bad. So bad. All I wanted to do was lay in bed. Now, for the first day or two, everything, you know, I got to have that time, even though I wasn't feeling well. It turned out to be something where you really ached really seriously bad in your joints and everywhere. Then it got to be where this is still when my late husband was alive, so he did some of the, you know, a little bit of the chores. But then after a while, if the chores were to be done, they either wouldn't get done or I would have to do them. I literally, and I do mean literally, I'm not just being overly dramatic, I literally crawled to do the chores. And one of the chores I had to do was outside, so I was like crawling on the ground. That was like the lowest point, you know. And I'm like, no more. And this was like for 10 days, 14 days that I was like that. In fact, one time I went to the bathroom and I passed out. I had to be carried back to the bed. That's how powerful I am can be. I am beautiful. I am fabulous. I am awesome. These are the things that one wants to be saying to themselves. I am feeling wonderful. I just have to put a good story in there. And I know I probably told that story, but this coming story before in one of those past videos. But this just goes to show you how spirit works. And it was wonderful. I'll never forget that. It wasn't too long after my late husband had passed away. And before my late husband passed away, I was one of these people who just about always, except for that time, I always felt pretty healthy. I never thought about dying or any of those things. That's for other people, right? But he died in front of my eyes. And when you see someone die in front of your eyes, it brings a whole new type of thing, you know. And so I wasn't doing so well. And so many times I went to the ER thinking, this is it, I'm going. Right, I am. See, there you go again. And they got to know me really well, you know. I'm pretty sure they knew after a while it was just something in here, you know. It was fear. And fear can grip you. Fear can cause you to get things, too. I just had to finally say, no more. But this one time, and I had just gotten back from the laundromat, and I was, was feeling not so well, oh no. And my thyroid didn't hardly give me any problems throughout tons of years. But when I got really stressed and started acting up all the time, so I know that was some of the cause of it too. I wasn't feeling too well, so I had to take the dog out. At the time I had still my chow dog, Bucky. And so I was taking him out. And as I was outside, and this is still when we had the horses, so it was out by the pasture out there, and there was this red, it wasn't a red-tailed hawk, it was a red shoulder hawk. Even though we have both out here, no, it was a red shoulder hawk. And it looked at me and it went, ha, ha. And I thought, maybe I'm, in its territory and I'm freaking it out a little bit. So I took Bucky to a different spot, quite a ways away. And he followed and perched in a tree and went, ha, ha, always looking at me. I was starting to get a little bit feeling like, a little bit of a spine tingly feeling. So I took Bucky really far away and he followed. And then he flew right past my face, that level, and he looked right into my eyes and went, ha, ha. And I thought, oh, the sound that hawks make. Made that sounds more like a crow, but you know what I mean. That, or whatever. Anyway, and then I knew something weird. And I also knew, without a shadow of it, I never had that feeling like I had it. I got that spine-tingling, exciting feeling to know, with no doubts and no fears whatsoever, that I would wake up in the early morning hours and I would see a vision of that hawk. And the hawk was still outside right by the tree out there right outside the trailer when I went in. And by the way, we were visited for at least maybe a year with shoulder hawks all around. I mean, we always had them, but close by, like they were being a guardian or something. I felt like it was because he always liked hawks, I felt like he was Native American. I felt like it was my late husband communicating with me. And that night, I did wake up about 2 a.m. And I saw that hawk, because somehow I knew it was, and quite a lot of other hawks flying into the sky. And I knew that he was finally going, because I felt like he had been around before, and now he was really going to the other side. Permanently, I'm not saying that people don't come and visit, but, going, And, yeah, it helped me some, and that's how spirit communicates. And it's wonderful. I have tons of experiences, but I'll save those for other times. I wish everyone a fantastic weekend, and I will be back. If you really want to write me, I'm at RebeccaWiles2013gmail.com, or Messenger, which I checked a lot more than I do anything else. And I wish everyone a wonderful weekend, and there will be songs. Okay, so over now.